Okay, so this is the first session, and this is the PDF for first session, and basically we have some basic concepts about Microsoft Dynamics 365. That is we call overview. So that how the Microsoft Dynamics 365 evolve. So that all theoretical part is given, and then how the Microsoft Dynamics 365 and the CRM, that is customer relationship management, and the ERP, enterprise resource planning, along with the productivity applications and artificial intelligence tool. So these all everything called the Microsoft Dynamics 365. So when we say Microsoft Dynamics 365 and then F and O, finance and operation, so that will come to the ERP. Here we are learning the Microsoft Dynamics 365 F and O. In that finance and operation, we are learning the finance part. Now, when it is launched, what is the ERP application, how it has been bifurcated, what are the areas where Microsoft supports and all. So these are all theoretical part is covered here. Just go through this PDF and read it. Then the benefit of D365, all is given here in this video. Now coming to the directly the user interface, means because this is a cloud-based environment, you can access this from anywhere in the world. You just need an internet and your user ID password. Now this is kind of a link which is a trial environment link. You just click here and log in with that. Then you will get this screen. This is called home screen. So now in this home screen, we should understand that what is called what. For example, here this is the legal entity name. Then this is the setting button. Here is the setting, or here you can say. Here is the user ID shortcut. This whole design called banner. This is the name of the company. And then these are some shortcuts like home screen, favorites, clock, and this module list. So when you click here, you will get the list of modules. Then this is the calendar for the day, and this is the workspaces. The workspaces is nothing but the most important tiles, or you can say things which you need to access daily basis. You can create a workspace whatever you wanted, and you can keep it here. So how to create workspace and all, it is given over here. You go, and once you will evolve, you will learn something. It is better you create the workspace later. So here the process is given. So we will go through this once we cover the first session. We will cover this part, or even you can try your own. The step by steps is given here. Now coming to the next concept is if you look here, it's all related to how to look, how to create a workspace and put your transaction list and all. So first, for that, we need to understand or create some transactions and all. Then we can add these into workspace to understand better. So I'm just moving forward. Again we'll come back here once we do some additional transaction. Now coming to the modules now. So in Dynamics 365, if I know, there are a lot of modules. If you look here, there are payable, receivable, management, asset management, audit, budget. So when you have a system administration, right, system administrator, you can see all these module list from this list. When you click on these three lines, you will get the list of modules, and then you can access one by one. And once you click on this payable, you will see all the menu items for that modules. Now coming to the first part, before we start anything, we should have a legal entity. So what is legal entity? Legal entity is nothing but a organization or a site or a warehouse. So for financial perspective, when you say a legally one entity have its own registration, sometime you can say. So and all records should be maintained with that name. So that organization or that entity called legal entity. In this terminology, for example, you are having organization and your organization having five different either locations or five different business line. So now your management decided that okay, I have five different business line, but I have five location as well or six location. So maybe taking one example, you are manufacturing of bottles or manufacturing of machine items. So we have two sites or two plants for machine items. What you can say, okay, I have one legal entity for machine items, but there are two locations. So that two location we can say either site or a warehouse. So that has to be decide whether all the records to be maintained in one legal entity or you need to have two legal entities. So based on that, you have to create the legal entity. Do you understand the concept of legal entity? It's an simply way, it's an organization. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Now we will directly come to that how to create legal entity. So let's go to the environment now. This is our environment. Here, as I said, this is the settings. So this is the legal entity code. This is the alert button. This is my banner. This is the name of the organization. This is the your expand if you want to expand this thing, and then you can pin this so that this will always be there. If you unpin, it will be auto hide. So right now I just pin it. Then favorites is something which whenever you wanted to have a direct menu item to access instead of going to the module and then searching, you can make the favorites. I will teach you how to make this. Recent one will be the one which we are recently open. Workspaces are the workspaces like here. If you see here, these are all workspaces, and if you can also access your workspace from here also. So this is the workspaces. Once you click, it will go and it will open that workspace. Then so if you look here, I click on bank management workspace and it will display the dashboard of your workspace. So in your dashboard, what it shows all bank accounts, and in the bank accounts, there are what is the current balances. So this way you can have the details about that workspace in shortcut. So whenever you click that, it will display that dashboard of that workspace. You can just back this. You can click on the back arrow to go back to the original screen, back screen you can say. So this is a workspace. Then I said module list. Just click on this. You will see all the module lists over here. As a system admin, you will have access to all module lists. But when you become a payable manager or receivable manager, you will get the different privileges. Based on that, you will get only those access which has been given to you. So that is called privileges or security management. That we will cover later. So now this is what the navigation or the screens what we have understood the first screen. Now going to the user little further. So there are user option. In user option, you will have few things like which color you want to be set for your legal entity. Sometimes we need different legal entities you are working parallelly. So in that case, you should easily identify. Okay, this color is for my this industry, and this color is for my different organization. So if you are working on multiple or whatever the choice, it's a user choice that which color he likes. Then this is the size, this font size of this all. If you give the bigger size, it will be displayed in the bigger font. The size will be more clearer, and it will be more bigger picture. Then if you click on this, it will be a smaller pixel size. Okay. Then go to the accounts. In the accounts, you will see your account, whatever name your is there, email ID will be there, and then this is the email provider setups. And if there is any electronic signature and all, then it can be added over here. So that we will cover when we work on the workflow, that how to delegate the approver and all. So this is the setup for user, which automatically comes. We don't need to change anything right now. Workflow, again, workflow, where when we learn the workflow, we can understand that what we wanted, send a notification to email, and all these setups we can give and delegate. This is the user level options where you can set up here. Then there is a task recorder where whatever the steps you are doing, if you want to record that setup, for example, I am creating a legal entity. Now you want to know what are all steps required to create a legal entity. In that case, you can create a recording and you can then play the recording. So that we will learn when we will have the different sessions. Is it clear till now?
Yes.
Yes.
Any question?
I have a question.
Please go ahead.
I don't know if my question is jumping the gun or if it is too early. As a functional consultant, would I have to do a presentation to my client to show them all this navigation?
No, it's for your understanding.
Okay.
But if you go for the training, user training, for example, once you are a consultant and you have to turn the end user, in that case, they may ask anything. They may ask, okay, I want to change this banner. I want my own picture. How to change this? They may ask, okay, I want to change this color. So these are all knowledge about the environment. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So now coming to this, let's see that how we can change the banner, and then we will see how to create the legal entity. Okay. While creating legal entity, all these things will come automatically. So let's see the creation of legal entity steps. So for that, you have to go to the organization. This is the module called organization and administration. So you have to click over here. Then there is a called organization. The setup is legal entity. Now, if you want to make favoritize, just click on this star button. So it will be appear automatically into your favorites list. Okay. Then you can click directly from here. Okay. This is the list of legal entities already available in this environment. Okay.
Can I ask a question here?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so if I'm working as a functional consultant and we're deploying 365 for an organization, this particular place, I guess it will be empty. There would not be any legal entity until we create a new one. Or will we always have this list? No?
No, this is the test data provided by Microsoft. We call it Contoso database.
Okay.
So this is for all countries, you can see here. So this is the trial environment where they provided some ready-made setup for each country. That is the Contoso database. Hence, it is available. But yes, of course, when you create a new environment, there will be only one legal entity, that is called DAT. So this DAT is nothing but a Microsoft own legal entity, which is available for all environments.
Okay.
But you cannot do anything into that. It's just a default entity, and you have to just keep it as it is. That's it.
Okay.
Other entities you have to create your own. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now let's start with the new legal entity, creation of new legal entity. Just click here. This is new button. Just give the name. To give the shortcuts for that. Okay. Shortcut can be 3 to 4 digit, and then you have to provide the country. So I am just giving Canada. So this is very much important here because all the tax related things applicable from here. So you must select the proper country for the implementation of that organization, or where this organization is belongs to, or registration number and all. While creating the legal entity, these are the 3 fields. So it will just create a name and then create the company code and decide the company country, and then it will appear here. So now if you look here, this companies appear here, and here you can give the name or details about detail address of that this thing, or purpose of the organization. Means, for example, this industry, manufacturing, this, and all. So just the additional information about that organization. These are all not mandatory field. These are all additional field. Then here you just select the language. Language is compulsory to be select. So here if you say English and then English Canada. Okay. Automatically, I guess time zone will be set up. GMT, what is the time zone? Is it the time zone Eastern time for you guys?
No, Central time. GMT plus -6. If you go up, Central Time US,
This
that's
is
the
the
first one.
plus
No,
minus
first one.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is the time zone, and then all other details are not mandatory, but if you want to fill, you can just update the like address. System will bring automatically one address, that business address. You can have multiple addresses, and then if there is any contact information related to that organization, you can add the contact information. Statutory reporting, if the Canada have any statutory reporting details, that we will cover later if it is there. Then registration number, if you want to add your organization registration number, automatically it will. If you look here, Canada registration number, if you want, you can put here the number for your organization. Then their bank, other details like bank details, like your routing number, then central bank purpose code. So all this information which needed, bank account number, giro number, you can update over here. If there anything standard number sequencing, if you want, you can change the number sequencing. We'll cover this later. By default, system is taking this. Oh, this is the code for new number sequence. So all these details are required as and when required, not for the mandatory. So as required, we will update these details for that legal entity. Once, but you have to select at least language is must. You have to update the language. Once you set the language, then you set save. Okay. So registration number must be filled in. So if there is anything mandatory for that country or for that, system will display this alert. When it is alert, it means it's just showing that you have to update that. Okay. I hope we have updated the registration number, or we can say save this and then close this. Okay. So now you are into this organization OLAA. Okay. In this OLAA, as soon as you drop down, it will display the list of organization. From here, you have to choose your organization. Okay, this is the name. Now in this, if you say you want to change the banner, or you want a logo kind of, so what you have to do again, you have to go to this legal entity. In legal entity, we will find this option somewhere here, dashboard image. Okay, so now right now this image is there. If you want to change, you can just click here. Instead of default, you can say banner, and then click on the change, and just browse the screen and then select the one which you want. Okay, I just select this, and then actually this is the logo. So if you look here, it appears here, and then you just close this, and then either refresh button is available here also. Let's see, it works like this, or we need to just change the company and then come back to this thing. Okay, so if you look here, this banner is actually a logo. So it looks very look like this. So this is not a proper diagram which fits here. So now if I choose this as a logo, so go to the again legal entity, choose as a logo instead of banner. So we should have a proper size of that image so that it works fine. So instead of banner, because this is the logo, I choose the logo. It will work fine. So go here, close this screen, and refresh again. Click on the home screen. It should appear the logo here. Let's see what happened. logo we have choose, but we are not select that image, I guess. Logo, then go here because it has been removed. So we need to browse again. And if I say this is logo, and then this is the logo, and then save this. That's it. Now you can see this refresh. Okay, so logo appears here and it's now looks fine. So what we understood for creating legal entity, that what are the mandatory fields there, and then how to change the logo, what are the basic things required to create a new legal entity. Is this clear till this? It's simple one, just we have to understand where what is available, which menu is there.
Yeah.
Guys, okay?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Thank you. Now I would like you guys to create new legal entities.